at Spring Mobile Ballpark, where it will be the Sacramento Rivercats versus the Salt Lake Trappers tonight. The Bees are commemorating the 25th anniversary of the longest winning streak in professional baseball history back in 1987, when the Trappers won 29 games in a row. Those were the days back at the old Dirks Field, as this place was known. The Trappers broke the streak when they defeated the Pocatello Giants 13-3 on July 25th, 1987, in front of a sellout crowd. They recorded their 29th win in a row the next night by beating the Giants 8-6. The record streak earned the team national coverage on ABC's Wide World of Sports and got them a feature in Sports Illustrated, plus their own display at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. I'm now joined live by two of the part owners of the Salt Lake Trappers, Mr. Van Schley, and a guy you might recognize, Mr. Bill Murray. Gentlemen, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having us. This is fun.
Bill, what are your memories of the 29-game streak back in '87?
Well, I just knew I ran out of fingers and thumbs and toes and stuff. I was challenged then. I was counting teeth then. I was down to counting teeth.
You were in charge of player personnel, Mr. Schley. Tell me about this team that you put together that was able to break that record.
Well, that year we got a lot of really good undrafted college seniors who were quite upset that they didn't get drafted, and they had a chip on their shoulder. They felt that they were rejects. They called themselves rejects, and they played really hard, and they won and they won and they kept on winning. It was very exciting. Ignited
this city. There was a lot of excitement back then. People know you as a wild and crazy guy from Saturday Night Live, Dr. Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters, Carl Spackler from Caddyshack. Where does partially owning the Trappers rank in your career?
At the top, Steve. It's number one.
It's Rick, but thank you anyway.
Well, that's right. Steve is number one. You're number two, along with. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Rick. I'm excited. I'm just thinking about the streak. It was fun back then when Van actually put the team together in 1985. Is that right?
85 was the first year here, and we won the championship then. We won in '86, and we won in '87, and from then on they were out to get us. The major league organizations hated us. It was a blood feud.
It was a completely independent team, and people said, you know, you can't have baseball in Salt Lake, and we proved that you could.
And it continues till this day. What's it like now, a quarter of a century later, coming back and seeing manager Jim Gilligan, all the players and all the broadcasters from that Trappers team?
Everyone looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same. A little bit thinner. A few other guys look thinner. They've been working out.
That's amazing. Guys, thank you very much for joining us here on Fox 13 live at 5. It's going to be a great night commemorating the Trappers win streak.
Thanks, Rico.
Rico, I'll go with that.
Okay.
Thank you. Bill Murray and Van Schley, part owners of that Salt Lake Trappers team.
He says Schley. He says Schley.
Van Schley?
Yeah.
And I'm Rico, and you want to be known as?
Steve.
I'll take Steve. It's open.
Steve. Still a wild and crazy guy. Tonight, coming up at 9, we'll have highlights of the Trappers versus the Rivercats. Plus, we'll hear from new Jazz guard Randy Foye, and we'll take a first look at the Utah Jazz new schedule that just came out. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Pete.
Phil. Wasn't it Phil?